Welcome to Set Talks. This is the second episode of Set Talks. In this episode, uh, we have John Mathew, a certified ethical hacker with over 7 years of experience. He is the head of cybersecurity head. He's working at In Time Tech. Join us on the show. John's a master at finding and fixing security flaws that hackers exploit. From penetration testing to cloud security, he's got it all covered. Get ready to hear about John's journey. Uh, this episode is packed with tech info, business, and future of cybersecurity. So let's get started. Welcome, John. Welcome to Set Talks. You are the second guest of Set Talks, and first of all, thank you for taking out your time and welcome to Set Talks.
Hello, Sid. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, right, John. So, John, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah. So,
Been
John,
I had a good week.
yeah,
I had a good week last week. A lot of things got
correct,
achieved, and then it's a weekend. Time to reflect. Time to look upon what's ahead of me, and
Hmm.
just trying to reflect on what things got done and what are the things that are yet to be done. Things like that.
So, John, before asking questions, how do you spend your weekend? Do you play any kind of cricket or do you go out with friends? How do you prioritize your time at
Yeah,
weekend?
Yeah, mostly I spend my weekends with family. I'm married,
Hmm.
and then I prioritize that
Right.
as a time for
Correct,
over the weekend, because mostly during the
correct,
weekdays
correct,
I'm mostly busy with work, and then
correct,
there's not enough time spent with family. So weekends are
correct,
mostly for family, and then
correct, correct, correct,
I try to be less involved with work, and then I spend most of my time
correct.
giving all of my time for family.
Okay. John, so now I will quickly ask certain questions related to profile, related to your work life balance,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
and also what you doing things to stay fit, and we'll also explore certain elements of your work life and other stuff also. So
Sure,
are you ready with the what I'm going to ask questions?
I'm
I
ready.
hope yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So let's get started, John.
Go
Uh,
ahead.
John, can you explain your current role? Because you are the head of cybersecurity, and your role mostly into you are also certified ethical hacker. So,
Hmm.
what draw you to cybersecurity? How do you started your journey in this field?
Got it. So the current role that I play at in Time Tech is that of a technical architect. I oversee cybersecurity projects. We provide services to our clients, cybersecurity services to our clients, cybersecurity services like penetration testing, ethical hacking, uh, web apps, mobile apps, DevSecOps, any applications that our client needs security tested. We come in as experts and test their applications and report vulnerabilities that we find responsibly. And I have a team of close to 10 members who work with me on various projects serving various clients. And it's our mission to help our clients stay secure, stay free from vulnerabilities, and help them secure their applications before an adversary could compromise it. That's my current role. I lead the team. I help them technically. I grow, help them grow also technically, and then take care of delivering these cybersecurity projects, and also at times also get the opportunity to roll up my sleeves and work as a penetration tester in certain projects. This is my
Hmm.
role currently, and I my journey into the cybersecurity field, it's one that is filled with mostly being fortunate to enter a field that I really like. From childhood, I had a passion for computers, like sitting in front of computers, spending time with computers, and really seeing how
Yeah.
computers work under the hood. I was fascinated about how viruses are made. The first time I got my computer, I got onto the internet, and then just started searching how you can do things with a computer in hand, right? That's what shaped me while growing up, getting to know how things work, if I change certain things within a system like a program or a software, what would happen? So my curiosity was always there. There was always this curiosity of knowing how things, wanting to know how things work, and that got me interested in computers. And finally, I ended up taking engineering, majoring in computer science and engineering, and I completed the course. On completion of the course, I was fortunate enough to get a job here in Bangalore as a quality assurance engineer, a person who tests softwares. Uh, Again, relating back to my curiosity, right?
Hmm.
I always wanted to know what are the things that work under the hood for an application, and that helped me grow in my quality assurance role in my first organization, just fresh out of college, a fresh engineer, just wanting to know and wanting to learn a lot of things, and just want to be want to be good at really good at what I do.
You
That's
are,
what
you
that.
are, you are, John.
Yeah.
At the same
Thank you.
time, like you're the head of cybersecurity. So, like
Hmm.
my this brings me to the next question.
Hmm.
Like, how do you become the head of cybersecurity? Because, like, uh, see, I'm also from IT field. It takes
Hmm.
a certain time. Like, and you're very young,
Hmm.
to be honest,
Hmm.
to becoming head of cybersecurity and conducting
Hmm.
penetration test and vulnerability assessment.
Hmm.
So, like, what's the process you're following for conducting penetration tests and vulnerability assessment? How do you
Hmm.
stay updated on the latest cyber security threats and vulnerabilities?
Hmm. Sure. I think what helped me greatly is just being authentic. I am really passionate, and then that passion drives me to come to work every day, wanting to learn new things, wanting to be constantly updated. Cybersecurity is a field where it's constantly changing, it's rapidly changing. New things come out every hour, right? Every day, every hour of the day. We just have to keep constantly getting updated. And then my mantra is to learn uh, at least 10% more than what you learned yesterday. So my benchmark is, I should learn at least 10% more than what I did or what I already knew yesterday. And then it kept accumulating over time. And then my depth of knowledge, it got to a point where people started noticing the depth of knowledge that I have. People started relating to me like that. Also, at the same time, being true to who I am, true to who John is, right? There's certain values that I foster. There are certain values that I keep keep as very important and cannot be compromised, and sticking close to that. And then people started noticing, and I was fortunate enough to work in an environment like in time tech, and people started noticing and giving me more responsibilities. And I wanted to stay true to those responsibilities because that is one of my values, keeping myself true to the responsibilities that or to the expectations that people have on me, and then also at the same time maintaining my passion. That's what helped me grow and reach to this point where I lead the cybersecurity services operations at Intime Tech.
So, what tools and technologies do you rely on in general day-to-day activities?
Uh-huh. So within the cybersecurity field, we don't stick to a particular technology. We are mostly technology agnostic in the sense we don't get too much technology, but then we have to work with constantly we have to constantly adapt ourselves to the constantly evolving technology landscape, right? And we keep ourselves updated on all kinds of technologies, and the tool sets that we use, mostly open source and commercial. We have a mix of, we use a mix of commercial and open source tool sets, mostly industry standard tool sets like, ZAP, Burp Suite for web application penetration testing, and staying as close to getting ourselves updated as possible, and not sticking to it. Again, depends on client requirements, and based on the client requirements, we modify our tools, we change our tools, we move things around, and then
So,
try to figure
John,
out vulnerabilities as much as possible.
correct, correct. John, what's the most challenging security breach or incident you have worked on, or any kind of any observation you have which you like to share?
Yeah, as far as security breaches are concerned, I think even if you invest millions and millions of dollars into putting tools, processes, and technology to protecting an organization, at the end of the day, human error, right? The humans are the weakest link in an organization. I think that's the greatest challenge that we need tackling as a cybersecurity community. Instances of people being phished. You send a phishing email and then somebody clicks on a link and then the entire organization gets compromised, even though the organization had millions and millions of dollars invested in antiviruses, firewalls, SIM solutions, and all of that. It's just a click away from getting compromised. So that's the biggest challenge that I've seen across organizations, across domains. People, not being aware and getting tricked into divulging information and then compromising their organization.
So John, this brings to the next question, John, because we've been asking questions related to your profile as well. Also certain elements based on we want to explore deep inside how the cybersecurity works. So this brings to the next question, John. You might know about the recent incident happened with Ranveer Alapatia, right? So yeah, Shubhankar were discussing this about the last episode. So he said that it is like something in India, cybersecurity is still a new thing. Like so, I mean, your organization is doing a fantastic job, by the way, and you are also doing the fantastic job because cybersecurity, not like if you see like many of the founders or leaders, so people are not still talking or not giving that much priority at this moment in India. In global, they are, but and so why do you think cybersecurity is important and like you might also seen in news also like big MNC as you mentioned there's always a threat of getting hacked. So what are the root cause of these incidents? How what can be done to get things resolved?
Yeah, I think when you look at it, right, when we were little children, our parents used to tell us when you go out, don't buy sweets or don't take anything from strangers. Don't talk to strangers. Don't accept anything that the strangers give. That was the reality then. In the real world, because our parents or our grandparents went through that process of taking things from strangers and getting into trouble and things like that. So that was the reality when you go out in the physical world. Now, in today's age, the world has transitioned into a virtual world where you can go sit on your computer and meet anybody across the globe, right? It's still like going outside, but then at a larger scale, meeting people from all kinds of places all over the world, but all virtually. Now, when you look at it, you have to look at it from the point of going out and meeting strangers. Do not trust them. Like, do not trust everything you see on the internet. Do not trust everything you get through the internet. Similar to what our parents used to teach us when we go out. Don't trust strangers. Don't talk to even when you do business out in the physical world, right? You need to take care of certain things. You need to be very mindful of who you're dealing with and things. Same applies to the virtual world. I think there's a gap in that application that you don't apply the same level of trust and same level of dealing with things in the physical world to the virtual world. I think that's what causes these kinds of breaches where people implicitly trust anybody on the internet. As long as it is just an email, you just trust that it is coming from. Let's say you receive an email claiming to be coming from me. You just implicitly trust that okay, it might be John that is writing. I think that's the gap. And then while we are browsing through the internet on our phones or on our laptops or desktops, we just don't take care to not to click. We just have that impulse to click the link and then just go visit and read articles. But on the physical world, if it is a shady place, you will not go there, right? Because there could be bandits, there could be robbers, there could be thieves. You will not go and visit those places. But then there'll be shady websites, shady applications on the internet. But we feel that okay, it is okay to just click, and what's the harm that it can cause, right? And then we go and get into trouble. It's the same.
So, John, what's the most unexpected challenge you have faced in your cybersecurity career so far? Any kind of incident or any like observation you want to share?
Unexpected?
Like
Well,
unexpected challenge you have faced in your cybersecurity career.
yeah. The constantly evolving landscape, as in, there are so many things out there. It's like a cat and mouse game. You need to stay updated, and you find a fix for a vulnerability, a new vulnerability gets released, and then you fix that, and then again a new vulnerability gets released. So it's always that constant race of trying to keep up with the adversaries, and then making sure that organizations and clients remain safe. That's the single most greatest challenge. Keeping up with the industry, keeping up with the threat landscape, making sure because it only takes one click, right? It's only a click away. The
Correct.
compromise is only a click away. But then there are so many other things. As a defender, as a person who is responsible for the security of the organization, as a defender, there are so many things that you need to patch and close. But then it only takes one hole to get compromised.
So, like, this is a follow-up question. How do you
Mhm,
approach like continuous learning? You mentioned that one has to be stay updated. So, what's the
mhm.
process of continuous learning in this evergreen field?
Yeah. So to stay updated, what I use are sources of information. I have my sources of information, and I segregate them into feeds, which kind of comes as news articles to me at the beginning of the day. It's like reading the newspaper. Only difference is you're not reading news related to the other domains, but then news related to cybersecurity. Specifically focused, very focused cybersecurity news you receive during the start of the day. I receive at the start of the day, and then I go through those news, trying to see what is happening across the world, and if a new vulnerability is discovered or found, research what that vulnerability is, how that vulnerability can be exploited, and how it can be fixed. So I use mainly feeds, RSS feeds, and all kinds of newsletters and all of that. I subscribe to newsletters. I have my list of newsletters that I subscribe to. And then once I subscribe to those newsletters, I get all this information. And then I invest my time to read those news before I get my day started.
So how do you see the future of cybersecurity? Because you are being an expert in this
Mhm,
field. You're
mhm,
leading a team. You're the head of
mhm,
cybersecurity.
mhm.
So, what is the future, in your opinion, of cybersecurity, especially with advancements in AI and machine learning?
Yeah, good thing you brought that up. As we all know, AI is penetrating all kinds of across domains, across technologies. AI is having its footprint, already has its footprint. So I think the next level or the future of cybersecurity lies in securing AI systems, artificial intelligence systems, and just like how you have a kid, you need to protect the kid from malicious intention, people with malicious intentions. AI is like that. It's like a kid. People with malicious intentions can manipulate AI to make it do things that it is not intended to do. So I think the next level is securing those technologies to really do what it's supposed to do, rather than do harm and malicious intention with malicious intention.
And how small businesses with limited resources stay secure in today's cybersecurity environment? Like, what are the approaches? What is
Yeah.
like what things they can do to protect?
Yeah, one of the things that Intime also focuses on is small and medium businesses, because they are not in a position to invest. They will not be in a position to invest, millions of dollars into cybersecurity protection mechanisms and cybersecurity solutions. But then relying on an expert like me to implement, it's not like you have to spend millions of dollars. There are alternative solutions, alternative ways, alternative implementations that you can put as a small and medium business, right? Again, I understand that it's not always about the money. It's about protecting the organization. So it need not be that you have to invest a lot of money into protecting. there are solutions, there are technologies that you can implement, even while spending less money. You can implement all of these solutions: protection against phishing, protection against malware, protection against unauthorized access. You can implement all of these solutions and keep your business safe. It's just that you need to prioritize this and talk to the right people to get these things implemented. If you're a small and medium business, get in touch with your nearest cybersecurity expert or a person like me. I can help you implement these solutions without worrying about too much about spending too much money.
So, like, John, you've been like also helping, I believe, like, or in Topmate also, you have been assisting other businesses, right? Yeah.
That's
So, yeah, this is for audience. Like, you can get in touch with John because he's the expert. He's a pro in cybersecurity. Also, he's leading the team, so he knows in and out, like any kind of issue if you face. So I have also pinged his LinkedIn as well as a Topmate like profile in this like video. So like that brings to the next question, John. Like, how do you like balance innovation in tech with ensuring robust security? You mentioned that it is a top priority to ensure the robust security. So how do you ensure between the balance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a firm believer of not having cybersecurity as a barrier to innovation. Sometimes what happens is people tend to go into that mode where cybersecurity comes as a hammer to innovation, where people feel that okay, we cannot innovate, or people feel that you cannot have all these things with cybersecurity implemented at the same time. I'm a firm believer that that's not the case. Cybersecurity is always an enabler, not a preventer. It doesn't prevent innovation. It just enables people to innovate in a secure manner so that they remain safe. So that's always the point from where I operate. Cybersecurity should not be a barrier, and innovation should be there, but then cybersecurity should always supplement it in a way that it gets the job, or innovation can do its job. The way I balance it is I always ask a question: is this secure enough? When a new feature comes out, or when a new technology comes out, or when a new innovative feature comes in, I just ask a simple question: is this secure enough? If it is not, how can you secure it, keeping the innovation intact, keeping the innovation still intact? How can you secure it? Not compromise the innovation, but then keep it intact so that innovation can excel.
So yeah, John, fintech also like there's a company called R Software, like it's a micro like cap company. So their management also saying like so these fintech also like companies are implementing new measures protecting the uh, the industry part, and the like fintech also approaching the they also know the importance of how important is to protect because ultimately client data is there, everything is involved. If hackers hack anything, then like it will be in trouble for business, right?
Yep.
So like it is in like cybersecurity, like in your overview, it is like not an option, it is a necessity, right? Across all the industries, right?
That's right. That's right. So
Correct, correct,
within the financial domain, fintech domain, cybersecurity or security doesn't take a backstage
correct,
because
correct.
of the compliances, because of the laws that are implemented. Cybersecurity takes center stage. Now, when cybersecurity takes center stage, usability and functionality. So there's a trio of security, usability, and functionality. When
Correct,
you try to
correct,
increase usability, the other two factors get impacted: security and functionality. When you increase functionalities, usability and security
correct.
takes a hit. And then when you try to increase security, usability and functionality takes a hit. And most times you see, banking applications or applications in the fintech domain, they don't try, security, since security takes a center stage, usability and functionality could get impacted. banking application might ask you for multiple
Correct.
OTPs before actually allowing you to execute a transaction, right?
Correct.
From a usability perspective, it's a little annoying. Some users find it annoying that okay, they have to
Correct.
constantly enter OTPs.
Correct. Correct.
Similarly, it can be applied to innovation also. You cannot innovate at the pace where other domains are innovating. And that's what I feel. Other fields can innovate at a faster pace as compared to fintech domains where they have to comply to all these standards. But then at the end of the day, like I said, security is an enabler, and innovation can be enabled through cybersecurity. So innovation can happen. It's just that you need to take care of all these compliances and security standards before actually taking it all the way to innovation.
Correct. 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 So, like, how important is in your field collaboration with other cybersecurity professional? It could be in anyone, like it could be like other domain or to understand the overview. How important?
Right.
Like,
So I think
yeah,
as a community, we need to constantly network. We need to constantly talk to other people because it's not a lone battle. You're battling against the bad guys, and then you
correct,
don't have to do it alone.
correct,
You
correct,
can network with other people from other domains, find out innovative solutions. Because the problem or the adversaries, they can be tackled only by cooperation. And cybersecurity is a shared responsibility. Everybody has a stake in it, be it developers, testers, cybersecurity engineers, stakeholders. All of us share that responsibility of being cyber secure or being secure in the cyberspace. So collaboration is highly essential. And then as a professional, for me, I like going to meetups and then conferences and networking with other people and talking to them and getting them to share how they tackle the challenges that I face. Is there a different way of tackling this challenge? Maybe I tackle this challenge in this way. They might have tackled it in a different way. And how can we discuss this and then come to even more innovative way of tackling that challenge? Maybe combine these two methods and then bring about a new method that can tackle that challenge. So I feel that collaboration is highly necessary, especially with law enforcement agencies. If we can collaborate with law enforcement agencies, we can unite, fight the battle from a united front against
correct.
these bad guys.
So different industries, like you've been dealing with stakeholders at the same time, other industries as well, like across the. It could be fintech, it could be the banking, it could be even though manufacturing sector as well. So like is there any similar approach or different approach for across all the industry?
Yeah, so it applies differently to different industries
Hmm.
because law is not the same for all the industries. Laws, compliances are different for different industries, be it healthcare or finance. It applies differently to different industries. So different solutions needs to be applied to different industries to comply with those compliances and laws.
Okay. So like I have so many questions regarding your professional in cybersecurity part. So
Mhm,
now fitness and health routine. That is something
mhm,
I was curious to ask.
mhm.
So how do you maintain a work-life balance? Because you are handling a team, you're dealing with stakeholders. There is always
That's right.
yeah high-end pressure is there. So
Mhm,
work-life balance, giving the at the same time giving the intensity of cybersecurity work. I mean to say. So how do you manage it?
mhm.
How do you balance both?
Yeah, so work-life balance is a topic I get asked a lot, and then the way I look at it, and this is very personal to me, and the way I look at it is, uh, it's not balancing. It's just at the end of the day, it's just being who you are. When I wake up, I'm John Mathew, right? I have my family and then I have my work. The way I see it is I don't make a distinction between these two. There is a work and then there is a family. I just show up as John Mathew everywhere. At work, I'm John Mathew. Home, I'm John Mathew. And the way so that enables me to not have a balance between work and life, because I'm just the same everywhere. I don't have two separate lives, so work life and personal. I just have one life which I
Correct.
fit into my work and then fit into my
So
personal
yeah,
life.
basically you are passionate, you enjoy what you do. And but
That's right.
John, like what is your shift timing? Like it is like rotational or morning?
Yeah. So sometimes again, like I said, right? At the end of the day, you just do what you love, and then
Correct,
my timings are, like just like any other job, 9 to 5
correct,
job. But then, like I said, because you love doing things, sometimes these boundaries get blurred
correct,
also.
correct, correct, correct. Because
So,
why I was asking, you also a morning person and Shubhankar also. And if you see
mhm,
Elon Musk, if you see Jeff
mhm,
Bezos, these are morning person
mhm,
and they are successful. You are also successful.
mhm, mhm,
Like they, like they are saying, like, like people say that if you wake up in the morning, you have time. You have time.
mhm,
But
mhm,
what the question is quite tricky. So
mhm,
other people, like
mhm,
you may be like inspiration to like many of the young folks.
mhm.
So they might ask, it might be in their mind, like John is a morning person, man. He maybe shift timing is there. Maybe Elon
Mhm,
must have that. He can wake up at. He can afford to wake up at morning. What
mhm.
we guys will do, like we have rotational shift, we have night shift. So how they can like any young people who have entered their career, how they can
Mhm.
like balance the work and at the same time maintaining the health. That is a
The thing
like
that
yeah question
uh,
which
got it.
I was about
Something
to
that
ask. Yeah,
something that you mentioned, which I really liked, is I've been reading, and again, that whatever I've read has also I've tried to apply it to my personal life also, and then I found it to be very, very effective. Where uh, when you wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, right? 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. That 2 hours that you get before, let's say I get ready at 7 a.m. to get ready for work. The 2 hours that you get from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. is worth 4 hours you spend in the evening, because you're hyper focused. You get a lot of things done in those 2 hours,
hmm.
equivalent to what 4 hours of work which you can do in the evening. The things get done faster. That's what I've seen. Again, if I wake up early, if I wake up at 5 a.m., I in the things that the amount of things that I can get done in 2 hours is tremendous as compared to the 4 hours that I have in the evening. Let's say
But
after coming back from work, 4 hours that I get. Now, doesn't necessarily mean that everybody has to do it this way.
question is that John, yeah. So John, like you were saying, like because you are like most of the majority of the time you are working at morning shift. Many of the top
Mhm,
people in the world they also wake up at morning, right? You have been successful at your field.
mhm,
But question is, John, someone who's doing night shift and all, or
mhm,
someone doing rotational, so they can't afford to. It's a tricky question. They can't afford to. Sometimes like they can't afford. Not sometimes their schedule is might be night shift, so they can afford
mhm,
to pick up at morning. So how
mhm,
do they ensure the productivity, the work-life balance at the same time, continuous learning like you are doing, Shubhankar is doing, and Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, they are
mhm,
doing. So how
mhm,
these people also can do
mhm.
basically started their career
Yeah,
because
yeah.
in
Mhm,
social media and internet, like we see many of the founders, many of the top leaders like you also, like you people at the same time giving advice like that's a great thing. They wake up at morning, but there are people they can't wake up at morning. This schedule because of work life balance, because of their work,
mhm,
they can't afford to wake up at morning. They might
mhm,
have night shift. So how these
mhm,
people deliberately can do the learning as well as maintaining their health, like leaders and founders like you people are doing.
mhm. I got it. So I think the answer to answer that question, health is important. Uh, when somebody understands that their health is really as important as their work, or if not more, uh, health scratch that. I think health is the most important thing for as far as an individual is concerned, because if you're not healthy, you cannot work. If you're not in a healthy body, you cannot perform at your best. So health takes a center stage. Health takes top priority. You need to ensure that whatever shift that you're on, you need to take care of your health. If that means you need to get 8 hours of sleep, get that 8 hours of sleep. It doesn't matter in the morning, it doesn't matter in the evening. What shift you have, it doesn't matter. It's just that you need to get that 8 hours of sleep so that you stay optimized, you stay at your best, so that you can perform at your best, right? That's the thing that I always prioritize. Am I at my best today? Am I performing at my optimum? In order to do that, I need to eat healthy, I need to exercise, I need to sleep, taking all of that, because only I just like you, I also have 24 hours only. So I need to squeeze in all of that into that 24 hours, 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours of sleep, and then maintaining a balanced diet, and then exercising. So squeeze all of that and still find time to invest in your learning and invest in your invest in upgrading your career or upgrading your skill sets. So you have to squeeze everything into this 24 hours. That's the challenge. That's the challenge. I think
So do you have
that's how
fitness?
I
Yeah, complete, John.
yeah that's how I would go about doing that. Prioritizing health, and then at the same time not compromising on your learning.
So, John, do you have a fitness routine? If so, what does it look like?
Yeah,
Like,
so
how do you
like
stay physically and mentally fit? Because it's a demanding field you are in. You have
right,
to
right.
handle, you have
So
to handle clients, you have to handle stakeholders, you have to at the same time you're handling the team as well.
right. Like I said, my mornings are mostly for learnings. I wake up and then invest my time in learning my personal. It's a time I invest for personal learning, and then I get ready for work, and then go to work, and then do my work, regular 9 to 5 stuff. And then after coming back from work, spend some time to unwind, probably an hour or hour
So, how
and a half,
important, John?
the typical chai time,
Correct.
chai break. And then after that, I hit the gym to work out. So my workout sessions are in the evenings. I prefer it like that. And then
So, every day
I
you go to
work out.
gym, like you find time
Yeah,
for.
yeah. So every day, 5 days, 5 to 6 days a week, I work out at the gym, and then come back
Correct.
from gym and ensure that I eat also responsibly, because no amount of gymming will be enough if you don't control your diet. So coming back from gym, I mostly have something that is rich in fiber. Um, uh, my dinners are mostly something that is very rich in fiber, something like oats or oatmeal or something like that, and then finish off the day before going to sleep. Maybe read a book. That's what I usually do. Read a book. Read books on self-improvement, or nothing technical, nothing related to cybersecurity. Mostly my just before sleeping, I read books that are mostly self-improvement,
Correct.
and that's how I end my day.
So, do you have any specific, like specified diet, or what does your daily diet look like?
Yeah. So I won't say that I'm a saint at eating responsibly. I also have my fair share of cheat days, but I try to stay responsible as much as possible. I eat a balanced diet, filled with meat and vegetables and meat. I try to stay as balanced as possible, and of course, at the same time, have some cheat days where I eat. I take the liberty of eating whatever I like. So that's how, mostly home food, mostly food that my family prepares at home, and stay true to that. And then sometimes taking the liberty of going out with friends, going out with colleagues, and then eating from outside. So,
So, John, how do you avoid like falling into unhealthy habits, eating habits, or especially because we are working professionals, uh, there's a tendency, like you might observe, people are eating outside, like because of their hectic work, especially during work periods. So how do you like ensure like not falling into this unhealthy eating habits?
Yeah, so I think what I've understood is just because you have the liberty of eating from outside or ordering from an app doesn't give you it doesn't mean that you have to always order unhealthy food. There are healthy options that you can order. Just be responsible because you're putting things into your body, and then those things can sometimes severely impact your body. So be responsible for your body. Take good care of it. Order things, even if you have to order from outside. If you have to go outside and eat, just stop and think for a while. Are there healthy alternatives? I'm pretty sure you can see healthy alternatives outside also, and then choose that as a healthy. Maybe it's a home meal that somebody prepares outside. Um, maybe find options where that if it's not too unhealthy, go for it. And then I understand not many people have the have the means to cook at home because they're constantly busy with their work. But then even if they have to eat from outside, explore healthy options because health is that much important. If you don't take care of your body will not take care of you. So
So, in your profession, John, cybersecurity, mental health is also very much important. So,
mhm,
what are the things you are doing every day that helps you
mhm,
stay mentally sharp?
mhm. Yeah, that's equally important. Mental health is another topic that is of paramount importance. Um, uh, there are chances when you work in a field like cybersecurity, you get burnt out, and then you get tired, and then you get overwhelmed with all of those things that are happening. But then, like I said, taking care of your physical health is just like taking care of your physical health is important. It's also important to take care of your mental health also. If you feel too much overwhelmed, just take a break. Just unwind. Just don't overburden your mind too much. The way I unwind is like I said, I sit and relax. I listen to music. Music has helped me greatly. I listen to a lot of music. When I'm saturated, I listen to a lot of music. It elevates my mood. It changes things for me, and it has helped me greatly. And I that's something that I do that has helped me. And I don't know for the others, but personally for me, it has helped me. Probably sit and spend time with your family, watch a movie. Um, Give them the time that they also deserve. Uh, Spend
So
time
that's
with
what you
family.
that if someone wants to get motivated during the
Mhm,
tough days, do you
mhm.
suggest any kind of personal routine, any kind of steps they can do?
Yeah, so especially in the cybersecurity field, what I've seen is people have this imposter syndrome where they constantly think that they're not good enough.
Correct,
I think we
correct,
need to tackle that challenge. Every day you feel that, okay, there's so many things happening in the world. How can you keep up? How will
correct,
I ever be good enough to
correct,
keep up with all of these things? It's easy to
correct,
get burned out like that. But then at the end of the day, just you just try to control the things that you have control over, and then
correct,
uh,
correct,
leave the things that you cannot control, and then tackle the problems. Never give up. Just keep pushing yourself, keep trying to improve yourself. At the same time, don't get burned out. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't try to overburden yourself with things just because you have to. You don't have to, but then you still want to do it because it's out of your free will that you're doing.
correct, correct.
So that's how I look at mental well-being. Trying to unwind, trying to sometimes you just need to cut it out. You just need to
Correct.
stop everything and then just relax. Just spend time and, with yourself and with your family, and then just relax. Nothing else is important because mental health is as equally important as anything else, if
Correct,
not more
correct.
important.
Sometimes
So
like
just unwind.
we think a lot, like what will happen to this? What psychology says that 99% of your fear won't come through. So we
Mhm.
always think that like what will be the next step? Because like yeah, in your especially in your like field, high end, like there is pressure is always there.
Mhm.
Be it with your clients, be it your organization. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great
Sometimes
thing.
I'm some
Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes what happens is we are too much. we are too much involved with the little voice in
Correct.
our head. The little voice in our head constantly keeps
Correct. Correct.
talking and constantly keeps chatting.
Correct.
That's when you need to take a break and just cut it out and then just say that do some meditation. Meditation also helps. Spend time alone with yourself and then just meditate. Just quiet your
Correct.
mind. Just cut out all the noise in your head and then just meditate. Take a deep breath and let that breath go and then stabilize yourself and quiet your mind. And that's how it has helped me. Meditation has helped me also reach to that stage where I try to be quiet inside my head. I try to quiet things down inside my head. So that helps.
Yeah. The because you are like mentally very sharp. So, if what's one personal challenge you have overcome in your career,
Mhm.
and how did you do it?
Personal challenge. So uh, if I really look back at a personal challenge that I've overcome was uh, trying to be fit. It's uh, again for me I was a very thin and lean person. I no matter what I ate, no matter what I did, I couldn't meet the minimum weight requirements. Even to donate blood, I still remember you need to have that minimum weight requirement uh, to to donate blood. So one of the person that's the single most greatest challenge that I've overcome at a personal level, trying to stay disciplined and go to gym, go work out, do exercises, and maintain a healthy weight. That's a personal challenge that I've overcome. And it required me to challenge myself because I have to kick myself to go to gym every single day. It's sometimes it is really hard to keep up with that consistency. But then
Correct.
it's been a challenge. But then over a period of time, you get disciplined and you get accustomed to going to gym every day. And
Correct.
that's
Because
yeah,
you are able to form that habit
yeah.
in your mind, like because when I'm meet leaders like you, founders like you, be it like for last episode we have Shivankar. So
Mhm.
one thing I found, including you, I'm saying it's all here. Like you people are mentally sharp. Your mind is the greatest asset you have. So that's
Mhm.
something like I have observed. Like
Mhm.
you had to be there. Like in your mind, you had to be strong. And speaking with you also, I found like you're mentally very sharp.
Mhm. That's right. So it's I'd call it a mindset.
Correct. Correct.
The mindset that you operate in. One of the habits that I've cultivated over the years is reading books, and that's what
Correct.
helped me cultivate this mindset. Reading self-improvement books, reading apart from reading. So you have
Correct.
to stay technically sharp, and for
Correct.
that you need to read technical books.
Correct. Correct.
But then, if you have to have a strong mindset, you need to read books, self-improvement books
Correct.
that
Correct.
help you cultivate that mindset. So, at any given instant of time, what I make it a point to have two books that I read uh, concurrently. One
Correct.
is a technical book to improve my technical skills, my
Correct.
technical side of things, and then one is a self-improvement book for cultivating my mindset. So it goes hand in hand. You cannot prioritize one over the other. You read two books. You read two technical books and no self-improvement or mindset books. Then it goes for a toss. So keeping that balance and then cultivating that strong mindset to build up your mindset, character, building your skills, techniques, and skills to become like a leader, right? Your leadership skills. You need to invest time and read books and acquire knowledge from other people who have done it just like how you want to be. You read the book of a person who you want to be, you really become that person. That's what. um,
Okay.
that's what has
Mindset
helped
you
me.
mentioned it is important. So these are the
Yes.
measures they can, like someone can take to generate to unlock their mind to
Yeah.
get more good ideas.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
Right. Right. Right. So who like John, who's been your inspiration like when you were growing up, and probably your idol,
Uh-huh.
your role
So
model, like yeah.
yeah, I don't have a single person who's my role model, but then there are a lot of people who have come. into my life as that role model, right? When the word role model hits my mind, a lot of people pass
Okay.
through that title, and starting from my mom, my parents, my people from my relatives circle, people from my school, my teachers, people from my college, my friends, people from my workplace, my mentors, all these people, had their fair share of role to play as my role models. I took inspiration from a lot of people, especially, and I maintain good relationships with them. And then they form a basis of my inspiration, and they form the basis of my what I want to be. That's been there. Parents, teachers, colleagues, friends, uh, um, family. A lot of people, I take inspirations from all of these things and then try to cultivate and inculcate those into my character and my who I am.
So, John, you are a cybersecurity like a head. You are a cybersecurity expert. You are a pro in cybersecurity.
Mhm,
So, how the like a big opportunity size for cybersecurity in India and world?
mhm, mhm.
If you like to offer your thoughts, share like how big the industry is.
Yeah, I think over the past few years, there's a shift in
Hmm.
how we look at cybersecurity. Also, the government is taking strides in implementing laws and practices and training people in the field of cybersecurity. I think I see a very bright future for cybersecurity in India, because we are also not that far behind. We are also taking strides. We're also taking the right steps, the steps towards ensuring that we also live in a secure space. I think that's something that we have started doing now, and I'm sure and I'm hopeful that we will go far in this in taking these steps and taking us forward.
So, John, like within short span of time, you did a great transition. You are the head, like as I mentioned, of cybersecurity head. So, someone who has started their career, any,
Mhm,
and this is the last question I'm asking,
mhm,
because
mhm.
someone who has started their career, any advice, any suggestion you would like to offer, uh, maintaining their professional life at the same time maintaining their personal, maintaining their health.
Mhm.
What are the things they should do, in your opinion?
Right. Right. For those people who are getting started, stay curious. And uh, one thing you need to really take care is when you're just starting out, you need to listen more than talk. Less of you talking and more of you listening, because there are so many things out there that you need to learn as a fresher. And that for me, that has helped me. When I started out, I my contributions are less, but then what other people contribute to me is more. So I kept my ears open and listening to everything and listening and learning from every single person around me, because they have something to offer me, because I just started out. I have nothing to really offer them, but they have a lot of years of experience. They have a lot of experience under their belt. So I listen very carefully and ask the right questions so that I can listen more to what they have to say. That's what I'd say for a person who's getting started. Be curious, be very hardworking, be willing to go the extra mile and learn at any
So that's
cost.
what because the transition you had in a
Mhm,
short span of time, because you were very curious for learning
mhm,
new things,
mhm,
and you did continuous learning, and
mhm,
also you are passionate about your work.
mhm.
That's what drives you for innovation, right?
That's right.
Correct.
That's right. So you have the way I look at it is, if you have to do what you love or love what you do. If you're not able to do what you love, then the other option for you is to love what you do.
So
That's how
other
I look
option
at it.
is for like majority of guys, like people who are working professionals,
Mhm,
so they
mhm.
can love
Yeah.
whatever they are doing, they can get the interest.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever work you are in, it's understandable that you might not love what you're doing. But then since you're doing it anyways, because you have to do it, why
Correct.
not love it? Why not give it a chance and start loving it?
Correct.
And then once you start loving it, you will become good at it automatically. That's just a side eye.
So these are the like these are the small things that really matters, right, John?
Mhm. Yes.
Shaping your career, right? Right.
Yes, these are little things that matter, but and in the long term, it'll help you. It'll only help you.
Correct.
It
Correct.
will not be destructive. I can vouch for that. When you truly love what you're doing, or if you're not loving what you're doing, just find. It's like pursuing romance, right? You try to love that person. Anyways, you're married to that job or married to that thing that you're doing. Why not give it a chance and why not start loving it? And then I assure you, you automatically will become good at it.
So, John, I want to sincerely thank you for being a part of Set Talks today. Thank you for
Thank you.
giving out your time. It means a lot. Your insights into cybersecurity, ethical hacking, and your personal approach to balancing work and life have been truly enlightening. It's been a privilege to have you share your experiences with us. I know our listeners will gain so much from your knowledge and a passion for the field. Thank you again for your time and contributing to this conversation. Wishing you all happiness and best wishes for your journey ahead. Thank you so much, John. So
Thank you.
this is a wrap
Th-
up for Set Talks. This this is our second guest, John Mathew. I sincerely thank for his time. Thank you so much, John. Thank you.
Thank you for having me,
My
Seth. Thank you for having me at Set Talks.